Drawing Spider-Man in my style, part one, laying the foundation. All right, start this Spider-Man project here. The first thing I'm going to do is build the frame. That's going to be the foundation, and it's based off the Loomis method. So the Loomis method basically is when you draw a sphere. So right here, we're going to draw the sphere. And what that do is that basically represents where the cranium is going to be, and then you want to use the vertical and then horizontal lines for like facial direction. So the vertical line is pretty much where you're going to place where the face is going to be symmetrically, and then from there the horizontal lines will always represent the eyes, nose, and mouth, and then the bottom is basically the chin. That gives you a great representation of how the pose and the face is going to get started. And it's really one of the things that's highly recommended regardless if you're a beginning artist or experienced artist. Big thing too is you want to use basic shapes. Try to break down the complex form of the face more into simple geometric shapes, like the ovals, boxes, and cylinders. So like this would be more like a cylinder. Down here would be kind of like a triangle-ish. There's your circle. And then like the traps, again, you got like triangles and then more geometric shapes. Big thing too is look at the reference line. The reference line gives you which direction the body's gonna pose. And so if it's pretty much straight up and down, that means the pose is gonna be pretty much straight up and down. If you lean it or curve it, that kind of gives you the posture where the spine is gonna be. When you look at the dimensions, again, the first half of the face is pretty much where you're gonna start the face. So the first half is the top of the head, but this is where you're really gonna start the face. This line right here, half down, is always going to be the top of the ears, and then basically the bottom of the nose. This is where most of your work's going to be done at, as far as like with the eyes and the nose. A quarter inch down, you got the bottom of the ears. So the ears will pretty much be in this area, and then the bottom of the nose. And then the eighth down there is the bottom of the lips. So anywhere around here will be your mouth. Depends on what you're drawing. And then again, the bottom of the chin. One of the biggest thing is always keep it simple, loose, and just use geometric shapes. One other thing is don't rely solely on the imagination. I don't know where this kind of came from in our community where artists feel like you're not a real artist unless you're just drawing purely from the imagination. Actually use photos of real faces or some type of reference to help you understand facial structure and like expression. And then that'll help you analyze how muscles and skin change with the movement.